beautiful people. It's a snow day. So I hope you're all warm and cozy somewhere. I am in my scrap room and preparing to have a blast. I've pulled out some January Studio Calico kit items and also the Becky Higgins Project Life little mini kit that I picked up at Michael's with, of course, my 40% off coupon and some other random bits, including this cork with adhesive on the back, and looking forward to playing with all of it. So I will first start off with the cork, and I want to see how that goes. I'm going to adhere that to the bottom of one of these Becky Higgins Project Life cards. I thought initially that I wanted to use it as a 4x6, but I ended up rounding one corner to a half instead of a 1/4 inch, and so therefore I just had to go with the 3x4. Didn't want to waste anything. I also picked up this card from Michael's, and it just had this kind of intricate detailing on it. It was for a birthday gift, and I kept one and put it on the side. And so I wanted to use the kind of intricate lacing on a layout. I do not have a silhouette. Love, love, love them, but I have not purchased one. And so the detailing from the card provides that kind of laciness that I could create if I had a silhouette. So anyway, I like the touch, and I've placed the wood veneer tape on the bottom, and so the balance to me of the lacy white card with the wood veneer on the bottom really kind of, they complement each other. And so I'm going to go with that. And the photo that I've used is also a black and white selfie of me. So in addition to the 3x4 and 4x6 cards that come in the Becky Higgins collection, there are also some embellishments, and there are gold foil stars and a few words and some arrows, and all very nice accents to the Project Life cards. And so I just kind of dumped them all into a bowl so I can easily kind of put my fingers on them. I also have another bowl of thingamabobs, thingamajiggies, and whatchamacallits from random kits. So I'm kind of looking through that as well for some odds and ends that I want to use on this spread. So I think I opened up another one of the Project Life Studio Calico kits. I have, I believe, October, November, December, and January that were unopened. And in fact, because I have so many unopened kits, I have decided no longer to pay for a subscription until I can kind of make my way through the items that I have. And then I'll see what I want to do after a while. So one of the mistakes that I made is that when I went to print my photos and pick them up from the drugstore, they were too small. I was playing around in Pick Stitch, and whatever I did, the photos were just smaller than normal. But because it's a snow day, I couldn't get back out to the drugstore because I do not drive in snow and ice. So I decided that I would just work with what I have. And so I'm working with the smaller than usual photographs. In the end, it ended up working out, I think, a bit because I was able to place 3 images horizontally on one of the 4x6 cards. And given that this is a monthly spread, not a weekly, that actually kind of helped me out a bit. So as you may know already, this is my first time trying a monthly spread, and in some ways it worked well. I didn't take a lot of pictures in January, so I did have a limited amount of photographs. And because I'm kind of a couple months out from it, some of the details are a little bit blurry. So by doing a monthly, that did help me out a bit, and I think it'll help me kind of catch up a bit in terms of my scrapbooking as well. So I enjoyed it, and it still allowed me to be creative and to have fun in my craft room. So I seem to be having a really hard time with this school bus photograph. January 5th was my boys' first day back, and I wanted to capture the moment and also their first day at new schools in our new neighborhood. So I thought that was worthy of a 3x4 card. And I pulled out these frames from one of the Studio Calico kits, not sure which one because they're all dumped into one bucket together. But I really, really, really love the frames. They're kind of gold and bronzy, and I thought that they perfectly kind of went along with the color palette that I have going on for this January spread. I think there were 4 frames, and I end up using 3. in this particular spread. So one's over the school bus, and then I decided to incorporate this other frame right over a window shot sill. So a frame within a frame. And I quite like the way that turned out. And then I'm going to place this third frame right there over the photo with my mother-in-law. She came to visit and help us get settled in and unpack some boxes. She's so dang sweet. And so after her week-long stay, we were dropping her back off at the airport. So that I thought was noteworthy and wanted to get that into the spread as well. And these are just some, really they're printable labels, but they were kind of special labels, and they came in one of the kits, along with these just really, really lovely blue labels with a gold font that also came in one of the kits. And so I decided to kind of pick from both and incorporate them in this spread as well. Now, I'm absolutely in total adoration of this clear card with the gold 2015. Love it. So it's a must use for me. And I really, really want to incorporate it onto this layout. At the moment, I'm fiddling a bit with this photo because it was so small. It had very little kind of a white edging, and so I'm backing it with some white cardstock just to give it a little bit more of a white edge. And then I am using that gold foil love, which I think works nicely. We had a very boring New Year's Eve. We didn't do anything, and right after the clock struck 12, my little guy laid his head on my husband's shoulder, and it was just such a cute and tender moment. But our night was totally uneventful. We were all kind of droopy-eyed, and I guess this is a signal that I am old because there was no partying for us at all. But nevertheless, we are off to a good start for 2015, so I will not complain. Okay, so now I'm just looking for some wood veneer items to kind of cluster and place here and there on the page. Looking, finding. All right, so I think that's going to work there, but I need to cut it down a bit. I tend to let my little labels and different items kind of hang over the edge rather than use them kind of in whole form on my spreads. And that's the case for the printable labels or even for the wood veneer items. I don't know. It's just a thing with me. So you'll often see me kind of trim down the edge. See, I'm doing it again. I can't help myself. So I do like to kind of cluster some labels and wood veneer in the corners, and even with these frames, I want to fill kind of that empty space up. So I love the big January. And then I'm going to use this clear card like an overlay, but I need to adhere it down. So I put a little bit of adhesive there, and then I'm going to use the blue heart to hide the visibility of the adhesive. And voila, no one will know how I did it. It's magic. And I have to say that I love that so stinking much that whoosh, the red card is gone. And I have to tell you, it was really bothering me a bit anyway. My expectation was that the red in the photographs would kind of bounce with the red card, but that wasn't really working. And so once I took that red card out, it just changed everything for me. I really, really liked the direction that the layout was kind of going once I took the red card out. So, don't be afraid to pull out a card even if you thought you were committed to it in the very beginning. And it certainly, for me at least, it worked. Now, I did add the yellow card to pick up on the other little 3x4 yellow card. And so kind of playing and interchanging various cards at this point. Often I've kind of settled in on my card selection, but I'm halfway through and I'm still moving things around. And that's okay. It happens like that sometimes. So I'm going to just use these little Jenny Bolin white letter stickers that I picked up, I think, at Joann's months ago. They're very similar to the Tim Holtz black glitter stickers, but they're white. So I loved adding them to my collection. And I love this year. I want to, and then fill in the blank. And I wrote fearless. I have some new opportunities, um, and I'm considering them, but I need to let go of my fear and anxiety and just embrace these new opportunities. So I thought that that card was really appropriate, kind of for where I am in my life right now, and for kind of beginning, the new year. Now, I do feel like I need to add a punch of pink in a few little places because there's plenty of yellow. There's nice kind of blue, and of course, the wood and the gold tones. That all seems to be working nicely. But I needed some more pink. And so I just used my little label punch that I love, love, love. I've had it for quite some time. Really handy punch. And so just tucking a bit of pink under that one 4x6, and then right here under this 3x4 card as well. And can't go wrong with some more wood veneer. Okay. So I pick up these blue stars again from one of the Studio Calico kits. Don't know which one. Now, I did my journaling on my computer on the journaling card on the right, and I used my typewriter on the journaling card on the left. My typewriter was acting all funky on me, so I had to switch it up. And actually, it worked well using my computer because I was able to squeeze in lots of great details on that right journaling card, which was great since this is a month-long spread. Now I'm going back to this 4x6 card with my mother-in-law. I like the white space, but I felt like it just needed a little extra oomph, if you know what I mean. And so adding just a touch of wood veneer and a white tag just to add some texture to the white space. And that seems to do the trick for me. And I am now pretty pleased with that 4x6 card. Oh, and then I need to add goodbye, Graham, on the card as well. Okay, so I feel like I'm in a good place, but that gray card is annoying me. I know. I love what it says, but it's not doing the trick. So I pull out this glitter. This glitter has got to be like 5, 6, 7 years old. Haven't used it in forever since I used to be on the scrap and style boards, the sis boards. And I'm going to try this old trick where you use your tape runner, run a few lines of the tape runner. You take your glitter, throw some glitter down, squish it all over, shake it around, shake, shake, shake it off, pat, pat, pat. Boom! I now have created the perfect yellow card for the spread because I felt like I needed some more yellow. So I moved the cards around a bit, and I've got the boldness of that 4x6 yellow card on the left, and now the two smaller yellow cards on the right. I want to add some words in there. I wanted no fear, but doggone it, if I could not find an R to save my life. So, got to try something else. And in the end, I decide to go with say no. Yep, say no. And I know that sounds a bit odd, but one of the things I really struggle with is saying yes to a whole bunch of things that are insignificant and not saying no to those things. So in 2015, I am committed to saying no to the insignificant things and prioritizing myself and my family. Hence the say no. So I'm going to prioritize me and the family. And I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the 14 minutes you just spent with me. I certainly had a blast. So hugs, 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 and hugs to ya.